Hi guys, today I want to make this with you. This is for the tree actually. I made this with 3mm pearls, 4mm bicones and some 6mm bugles. The rest of them is 11/0 seed beads and 15/0 seed beads, and I'll talk to you about what and when along the way, because that's easiest. Of course, everything is in the pattern, which you can also download. Don't forget to download it. There's one more thing I want to tell you. I tried putting a 10mm, well, no, I didn't try. I looked what it looked like with a 10mm Chateau Monty or Rivoli on there, but I thought it would just take away from the beautiful pearls that are on the inside. So I'm going to let it like that. But if you want these, you can put them on there and just kind of, you know, it's a cup, so you basically can glue them in. I'm not too fond of glue, although I did buy a hot glue gun. I bought that with the money that you donated to me, so thank you guys for the hot glue gun, and I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with it yet, but I know I needed it for something. I just totally forgot what it was. Okay, so, well, let's get started. You need your regular 10, size 10 John James, and you need about 1 meter and 70 centimeters worth of Fireline, the regular 0.006. And run it through your wax, of course, as we always do. As you can see, I ran some black Fireline through there. Now all my wax is kind of dark, but that's okay. And run it through with your fingers like that, like I always do, and then just put it on your needle. Get everything out of the way so you can start working, and we start with 6 pearls. So I'm going to put that aside, and 6 11/0 silver seed beads. These are the sterling silver seed beads. So I'm going to pick up a pearl, an 11/0, a pearl, an 11/0, a pearl, an 11/0, a pearl, an 11/0, a pearl, and an 11/0, a pearl, and an 11/0. I'm going to pull that all the way down. I'm going to not do anything with the end tail until we're completely finished. So it's going to be annoying, but oh well. Because we need that end tail later on to tie up our working thread with. Pull that tight. And turn that so that the pearl is the one you're going to go into, okay? So if you turn it like this, then your first bead would be the seed bead, but if you turn it like this, your first bead will be the pearl. Into the pearl. And pull that tight again. Okay, we're going to pick up 6 more 11/0 seed beads. We're going to go into the next pearl and just kind of pull that as tight as you can. Another seed bead, next pearl. 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 Another seed bead, and the last pearl. Okay, now pull that tight again. And you will basically see you have an inside seed bead and an outside seed bead, okay? So you got an inside seed bead. This is where we are. We're going to go into the inside seed bead. And we're going to pick up a 15-0 silver. We're going to come use the 15-0s and the bugles. I'm just going to put that a little bit in beading length. And we need some bicones. We need our 6 bicones. Okay. Pick up a bugle, another 15-0. And now I'm picking up an 11-0. This is beige. Picking up the bicone, the beige. And I want a different color because it's going to be too much silvery. So I'm going to also use my gold, okay? The beige goes over here. So I got everything. Yeah, everything is in frame. And now I'm going to pick up 3 gold. 1, 2, 3 gold. And I do have to say, if you use seed beads, please use the galvanized ones so that they don't break, because we're going to go through several of the beads again and again. And I used some other beads, regular beads, and it just, you know, they popped. Okay, so we're going back through the beige, the bicone, and the beige. And now you got this. Okay, so pull that tight, and then pick up a silver, a bugle, and a silver. And now we're going to go into the next, on the inside, 11-0 seed bead. Okay, so I'm going to do it again, and you got to do it 6 times in total. Silver, bugle, silver, 11-0 beige, bicone, 11-0 beige, 3 gold. 1, 2, 3 gold. Pull it down. Go back through beige, bicone, beige. Keep your finger on there. And then just kind of make sure that your picot is correct. And then just pull that tight, okay? And now silver, bugle, silver again. And we're going to pick up the next on the inside. You see that right there? That's on the inside, right? And now you just continue this until you've done all 6 of them and come out of this silver right here. Okay, I have gone through my last silver. I got all my 6 on there. I'm going to go through the pearl and I'm going to come out in the back. And now we got to move forward and we're going to go work backwards into the silver on the back. So we did all the silvers on the front, the ones that were between the pearls. And now we got to pick up the other silver. Now, I really don't like working backwards, but you know, there's no other way you can do this. So we're going to work backwards and we're going to go and pick up our bugles again, but we're only going to get the silver ones. The rest of them are already there, so you can move the rest of it out of the way. I'm going to pick up a silver, a bugle, and a silver, and we're going to go into the beige, the bicone, and the beige. Now we're coming in from left to right, so we're going to go around in the top picot, also in the same direction. Get that out of the way. In here. Try and hold it so it won't turn. And then we're going to go back in the beige, the bicone, and the beige. Pull it tight. And we're going to pick up a silver, a bugle, and a silver again. And we're going to pick up the next silver. Not that hard, is it? But it's so pretty. Look, it's double-sided. It's like a sort of 3D almost. And we're going to do that again. 1 silver, 1 bugle, 1 silver. And we're going to go into the beige, the bicone, and the beige. Try and hold it down so your picot doesn't turn. We're right here. We're going to go up on this side, on the left side. And if you can get that done, you know, so that that picot doesn't turn, then it's going to look absolutely fabulous. You can just kind of see that those picots are pretty straight, except for where this is then. Those picots are really straight. And, you know, sometimes you see projects where the picots are like turned like that, you know, but, you know, you can keep them. If you do it like this, you can keep them straight. It takes a little bit of effort, but it's going to be so worth it. Okay, so down the picot again. Just keep your finger on that picot so it doesn't turn. Down into the beige, the bicone and the beige. Pull that tight. And then your silver, your bugle, and your silver again. And then pick up that other silver. And that's not going to be hard to spot because that's going to be pretty easy to do. Okay. And put that on top of each other and it should just be okay. So just do this all the way around, and so pause me now until you get them all done and come out of this silver where we began. Okay, I'm coming out of the silver seed bead, that 11-0 right there, and for the next set I'm going to be using an 11-0 silver lined and a pearl and another beige and 3 silver. Okay, so that's the set that we're going to be using. But first we're going to go up the 15-0 that's underneath the bugle. And then we're going to pick up our set. Oh, that seems to be a delica, so I'm not using that one. 11-0 silver lined, pearl, beige, and 3 silver. 1, 2, 3. 3 silver. I'm going to pull that down. And I'm going to go into the beige, the pearl, and the 11-0 silver lined. And then I'm going to pick up this 15-0 on the other side underneath the bugle. Now pull everything tight. Pick up the 11-0 that you started in. You got to pick up the pearl, and then you need to go into the next 11-0 silver one. And you got to be real careful. You need real good glasses. And you got to make sure that you don't, that everything is tight here. Get that end tail out of the way. I think I need to go change glasses for a minute. Hold on. I need it a little stronger. I'm going to make sure that I'm staying side. Okay, I'm going to pick up the 15-0. And I'm going to pick up an 11-0 silver lined pearl and a beige and 3 silver. 1, 2, 3 silver, pull that down, and going back through the beige, the pearl, and the silver, and into this 15-0 silver, and I'm going to pull that tight into the silver and the pearl. And if you can't pick them up both at the same time, pick them up one by one. Pearl, and the silver and the 15-0, and you're going to do this all the way around. Okay, so pause me now until you got all your your picot pieces in between the bugles. I added my last little picot in between there. Now we're going to go through the pearls again to the other side. Okay, so we got to come out on the other side, and we need to move through into the 11-0 seed bead. And be careful that you don't go into the bugle. Yep, I got my 11-0 seed bead. And now we're going to work the other side to even everything out. So we're going to go up the 11-0, or the 15-0. And then we're going to pick up the 11-0 silver lined, and we're going to do right here what we did with the top ones. Okay, so we're coming out of this silver on the left side, so we got to go and move around in our picot on the left side. Okay, and this is basically to get everything in the middle. And that last 15-0, and then these fellers, the beige, the pearl, and the silver lined. And then pick up this 15-0 silver lined on the side of the bugle, underneath the bugle. And then we move forward. See, that evens it out really nice, puts it right there in the middle. Nice straight picot, while these are still going all each direction. So 11-0 again. Into the pearl. Into the silver 11-0. Up into the silver underneath the bugle. Sometimes they're really hard to pick up. Into the silver lined 11-0 seed bead. Into the pearl and into the beige. Keep your finger on there to keep everything straight. And up the 15-0. Top bead. It's hard for me to work backwards. Side bead. Beige, pearl, 11-0. And that side, 15-0 underneath the bugle. Into the silver 11-0 again. Into the pearl, and so on and so on. So I suggest you connect all these picots that are still on the outside to the inside, and you will see also your bugles will start to straighten out and everything will get much more solid. Okay, so pause me now until you get that done. Okay, and if you connected your last picot right here, then you went through the silver again, and now we're going to go up the silver 15-0 seed bead again. Because we need to loop. And now we're going to go through the bugle and the 15-0 seed bead. The 11-0 beige. And the beige, and we're coming out from the right side, so we're going into our picot on the right side. Make sure that that's not turned. Into the gold on the top, right side, into the top seed bead, and now we're going to add 5 silvers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're going to go into that gold, and we're going to go around one more time. And into the gold. To the side gold. Into the beige. The beige, the bicone, and the beige. Pick them up right away because you won't get another chance to pick them up. Into the 11-0 and the bugle, into the 15-0, the bugle, and the 15-0. There we got our loop. And now we're going to go and meet up with our end tail. Since we're on the other side, I'm going to pull the end tail to this side, so to see where the end tail is. And we're going to go into the 11-0 and the pearl. just a pearl. If it goes through the 11/0, just kind of push it back out there. I can't seem to get through the pearl, just a pearl right now, so I'm going back through the 11/0. Okay, and here we are. And that's really, really solid. So I'm going to pull that double knot. And let's see if I can get that. Well, it might be better to just go through the 11/0. And the pearl. And you can work your end tail away to the other side, but if you pull that knot right in there, everything should be okay. And then you can cut off your threads. And you need a hook for your tree. Push that in there. And what I like to do is I like to push it around there. And then with pliers, cut that off so that that won't fall off anymore. And then with flat nose pliers, kind of flatten that in there to make that one with the piece, so that it's not sharp. And then you can just hang it on your tree. And there you go. And now I have two. Of course, you can also use them for earrings, but personally, I think they're very, very pretty. And yeah, if you like bigger earrings, I also made a little bit of a smaller version right here with smaller bugles, and I used like 8/0 seed beads, but you know, the size is, yeah, it doesn't really matter much. It's not that much smaller. But you know, you can also do it with 8/0 seed beads and smaller bugles. So I hope you like that, guys, and I will see you again next month. And don't forget to download the pattern, and yeah, let me know what you think. Bye.